Dspiae or Dspiae, I don't know how you say it. Everybody says it different in America. A company that's been making the rounds in the hobby circle for the last 2 to 3 years. Not every product is a hit. Some are a miss. Their paint mixer needs a redesign. Mine slowed down just 2 days before breaking, and I used it sparingly. But at the end of the day, it was a good idea, just wasn't built very well. But some of their other products are good, like the Dspiae Omnidirectional Table Vise. I've been using this since it came out about a year or so ago. But it didn't meet all of my needs. When the ATHV handheld mini vise hit New Type HQ, I bought one without a second thought. This piece is perfect for people who paint pilot figures of all shapes and sizes. You know, between, I'd say, 1/144 scale Gundam figures for pilots, but you know, they don't really make those anymore, really. All the way up to 1/35 scale model figures for, you know, jets, tanks, and so on and so forth. For a guy used to trying to paint pilot figures using sticky tack and an alligator clip as a holder, this is a huge step up for me. New Type HQ also had the ATSV Omnidirectional Spherical Vise. This intrigued me as a tool. It appeared to be solid and capable of holding heavier pieces with ease. The spherical design would make moving a figure around more comfortable, rather than tightening and untightening a locking mechanism over and over again to get the position you want while painting. For a man like me, time is a luxury. It's the most precious thing in your possession, and once it's gone, you'll never get it back. But you aren't here for my worldviews, you're here for a review of an expensive tool. The spherical device comes in at a whopping $120 plus $10 shipping, so you're looking at $130. I felt for this review I had to put the item to the test before recommending it. It comes in just shy of 5 pounds, so it's heavy, and ready to take on whatever heavy resin kit you throw at it. Overall construction seems sturdy. It's also made of steel, which I'm all for. The swivel rotation makes for changes of direction as smooth as a breeze. The only thing I could take issue with is the box standard Allen key, rather than giving us a T-handle grip. That would have been classy. For this test, I pulled out my Norris Packard figure from Mobile Suit Gundam 8th MS Team. You know him as the badass goof pilot that takes out all the GMs. Well, actually, it was a GM head ground Gundam, and I think 3 ground tanks. You know what? You don't have time for Gundam lore from me. Basically, he's a badass fit for painting. This has sat on my table for years, where I kept saying to myself, I'll paint human flesh tones one day and I'll start out on this. Well, today's that day, and this tool is that excuse. It's $130. I need to put it to some sort of use to justify just frittering money away. Painting skin is a new skill to me. So, if this tool makes it easier for a noob like me to do it, then I know that this thing may be worth the money. The biggest pain for painting figures, in my opinion, is holding them. Anything that removes my hand from shaking under pressure, I see as a godsend. You are always one brush stroke away from greatness or a total failure in doing it all over again. And flesh tones require layers of paintwork and patience, which basically means time. And for a man like me, time is of the essence. Off the bat, I noticed how easy the spherical vise was to use. I know I was in the zone because I totally forgot to set the focus to manual on my camera, or at least use the lock-on targeting feature. For me, that's a sign that this is a decent product. It allowed me to focus on the task at hand. It's great to view because of the camera work unfortunately not being in focus on the right spots and going nuts, but it was a joy to work with. I'm overall pleasantly surprised with this item, and I do not regret buying it. It has also inspired me to pursue painting flesh tones more now due to the confidence that it gave me while working with it. And confidence goes a long way in anything you do in life. There's another dad moment for me. Now go outside and play with your local drug dealer. It builds character, Johnny. Anyway, both of these tools are great. The hand vise is nice and the spherical vise is pretty sweet. The hand vise makes it easier to paint pilot figures. If you're sick of using sticky tack or alligator clips with sticky tack on them to paint your pilot figures, then this might just be for you. It comes in at $50. So if you have the money to spare, I dare say have at it. The spherical vise. This one is a bit more of an animal. It's over double the price of the hand vise, and I'd say it's geared towards more hardcore builders and painters. My personal opinion. If you don't work with large kits, figures, or resin kits, if you don't need something to hold up a kit while you're wiring it, etc., then I doubt you'd find use for this spherical device. But if you do all of these things and more, and you want a solid table vise that you can move around without having to have it permanently attached to your table, this could be it for you. But just remember, just because I like it doesn't mean you'll like it. So you have to take this as a grain of salt. Now, if you need me, I have more plastic cracked taste.